Hey guys, Brandon with JazzPokeCenter.com, and it is Monday after a 2-day show with the Inside Pitch in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we had another great show. This was actually our best show ever. I mean, it beat all the 3-day shows we've done, any 1-day show, any of the 2-day show. This was our best show ever, monetarily wise, right? So that was great, super blessed. I know I got some good stuff. I do got some good shit. Some vendors joke around. They called me the Seal King because I seriously had probably the most booster boxes there, which I didn't have a lot, which says a lot about the market we're in. I know I ain't got a hat. It's because I got my company hat with me today, and I don't want to put it on camera. But anywho, yeah, so that says a lot. And a lot of vendors wanted to come up and buy my booster boxes, which again told me, I was the one with the booster box. I mean, yeah, you got vendors with higher dollar singles and a lot more slabs than I got. I think I only got 2 slabs right now. I only had 3 and I sold 1 of them. But like I said, I've always liked sealed, and it is what it is. I mean, I seriously got called Seal King by a couple of vendors. I take that as a badge of honor, so thank you for that. But of course, my pet peeve, a Saturday morning before this big 2-day show, 500 some tables, another vendor wanted to come up, and I had 310 on my Surgeon Sparks booster box, which was the lowest listed on TCG Player Friday night. And he wanted me to give it to him for $250, to which I politely declined. And he said, "No, man, I think I'm gonna hold on to it." And then he was like, "Are you sure, man? I mean, it's for my personal collection. It makes you feel embarrassed." So then I thought, oh, so now you want me to pay for your personal collection? Because first of all, it's a booster box. I mean, it's the pinnacle of collecting. Maybe some can argue the Pokemon Center ETBs, but I mean, the booster boxes are the shit. That's the collectible thing, right? Especially now the way the market is. So I said no, and he was like, "Come on, man," and I was like, "You really want me to sell you this at that steep of a discount before a 2-day show even starts?" And this smart ass said, "Oh, so you that confident you're going to sell it?" Yeah, I'm that confident I'm going to sell it. Because guess what? And I didn't say this part, but guess what? Because if I don't, I'm just going to take it home and it's going to go up next week. But, I did end up selling that booster box to a family, a husband and wife, and they had their little child in the stroller. And like I said, I had 310 on the box, and then I had Gem Mint Volume 5 boxes for $55, so that would have been, $365 total? And the most they had on was $308 cash. And I did sell it to them for $308 cash. So, I mean, they got the good deal, right? They basically got the Gem Mint Volume 5 free. And, that's cool. First of all, they didn't come up to me all cocky. They didn't, come up to me like they were doing me a favor by buying it from me cheaper. So I didn't mind giving it to them at a discount. And those are people I like to deal with. The people who ain't cocky. To people who don't think they're doing me a favor by undercutting me. I can't stand that. Like, "Oh, well, you can sell it to me right now for such and such, no hassle." Bitch, this is the hassle. You're the hassle. Type shit. But, I mean, we sold a lot of sealed. Okay, it is raining. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's not. I will edit my sound to try to get rid of that, but we sold a lot. So we sold a lot of packs. I had Phantasm Flames, $11 a pack, and this guy who owned local gaming store LGS said, "Look, if I buy all your Phantasm Flames, will you take $10.50 a piece?" 100%, yeah. And he's like, "In your Destined Rivals, you got $10 a pack. If I take them all, will you do $9.50? Yeah, 100%. And your Mega Evolutions, you got at $9 a pack. Will you do $8.50? Yes, of course. And I was like, how are you paying? He's like, cash. So then, yeah, definitely. I asked for cash first, forgot, but like, yeah, definitely, I can do that. And it came out like $773. And he was like, so $775 sounds good? I said, no, man, let's do $770. You know, I mean, that's a fair offer. And I asked him, was he a streamer or not? And he said, no, I own a local game store, and I'm going to, you know, make $1 a pack. And I was like, hey, that's fair. And he had a couple grocery bags of packs, and that's what he was doing, running around buying packs. And so that's cool, man. That guy was real cool to work with. I sold out of Gym Mint Volume 5 packs. Everybody was chasing that Pikachu. So that's good stuff. I'm going to order some more of that today. And then, let's see. I sold a lot of Abyssai. A guy hit the Darkrai from Abyssai. I took his picture for my Hit of Fame buyer. Speaking of Hit of Fame buyer, this woman, her name's Rebecca. But anywho, I seen her on like a lot of the Pokemon pages and stuff. See her name a lot. I didn't know that was her until that night when I saw it on Facebook. But she asked for a pack of Ascended Heroes. They were $15 a pack. She grabbed one pack. My wife actually picked the pack for her. She opened it up and it was a God pack. She hit the big Gengar. She hit the big Dragonite. She hit the big Mewtwo. The only big card she didn't hit was the Trikachu. But she did get the pink Pikachu. I mean, it was awesome. It was fantastic. If I can think about it, I'll try to put a picture of her hits here. So she's definitely going on her Hit of Fame binder. We actually had a couple of repeat buyers come by, and they gave me their autograph on their photo, so that was cool. Had our first autographs to go in the binder. But yeah, I mean, everything was. I mean, my singles. I bought a lot of singles. A lot of my ventures sold. Now, granted, it was the low-end venture, but still a lot of them moved through. Honestly, I didn't sell a lot of high-end cards. I will say that. I did not sell a lot of high-end cards. I definitely sold low-end cards and sealed. Sold like 3 Victini collections. I think I have like 1 left. I did sell the Surgeon Sparks booster box. I sold a Mega Evolution booster box. I sold a Perfect Order booster box. Sold some Ascended Heroes ETBs. Bought some Prismatic ETBs. Sold some Prismatic ETBs. Scarlet, Violet base ETBs. I mean, like the seal stuff was selling. We sold a bunch of binders, bunch of plushies. So there's these 2026 holiday plushies that I get from my distributor that have not come out in stores yet. And of course, I bought one time and we sold it after a couple shows, and the wife was like, I don't think we need no more. It's not holiday. I was like, well, we obviously told them we need them. And I think we sold 4 out of the 6 plushies out of that box. My wife's like, we need more than plushies. Which ones, babe? Holiday plushies. You know. But, then I saw this guy. He had on the coolest shirt I've ever seen. I don't know. It might be some autism coming out in me. But, and I'm not a cat person. I want to get that out of the way. I'm not a cat person. This lady told me she had 2 cats at home, and I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I'm definitely a dog person. But it said, Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. And I'm like, that's my kind of shirt. That's my shit. And of course, it had a picture of a taco with a cat head and 4 cat legs and a cat tail. And I was like, yes. So I took his picture. I'm going to try to put it up here. I might make it a thumbnail. I don't know. I told him I was going to do it, though. Because for whatever reason, I like that shirt. Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. So, I just want to tell y'all about it, too. This little kid came up to me and said, I've seen you on YouTube, which freaking made my day. Okay, that was awesome. Because I don't have, like, 78 subscribers. And some of my last few videos, I don't even think have hit over 10 views. And I'll have a spurt of, like, 20 views, 25, 50 views, but then it goes back down. I know some of that's just me being inconsistent, so it ain't nobody's fault but my own. But that was so cool. I mean, his dad didn't know who I was. But that was so cool, and So if you're watching this, dude, sorry for cussing. Don't cuss. Yeah. Unless your parents say it's okay, I guess. Like, I really don't mind if my kids cuss, as long as it ain't no malice to it. You know, as long as they ain't out of anger. But, like, honestly, I have a 6-year-old, and I guess I don't tell him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, because I haven't told him. But if he was like, Dad, I fucking love you, I'd be like, I fucking love you, son. But, like, I don't want him to say it at daycare or other place. So he doesn't know he can cuss. But I honestly wouldn't be mad if he used it like that. Now, if he was like, oh, fucking shit. You know, whoa, son, whoa. Let's calm down. You know, slow your roll a little bit. But, so we'll have to see when that day comes, I guess. But, the wife was real excited. Saturday, she sold a couple shirts, I think. But 3 people were in a size large, and she was out of large. And shirts are new. We have had a lot going on, so I guess we didn't realize we were out of larges. And that's a popular set. And 2 of the people told her they would be back. Which is like, I can have them tomorrow. So we swung by Michael's, got some shirts. We have the printer. We got the prints. You know, she made some more shirts, took them out there. And then she did sell 3 shirts Sunday, but only one of them was a large. Because I was like, well, what sizes did you sell? Because I want to try to get extra of those sizes. And she was like, 1 medium, 1 large, and 1 extra. I was like, well, shit, that's 1 of each. So, but, yeah, we probably will start, moving up. Probably get a few more extra large, not extra larges, but extra larges. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, I walked around. So I was selling 151 packs at $29 a pack. I sold a right good amount of them, which I ain't like I took a lot. I didn't have a lot of 151. And so I took some up there, and I probably started off with, I'm going to say between 12 and 16 packs. Sold a right good amount of them. So Sunday morning, I walked around. I found 2 tables with 151 sealed products, which is telling you again how hard 151 is to get now. So there was 2 other tables other than me, because I have a Blooming Waters and a Zappos collection. There's 2 other tables other than me out of the 500 some tables that had 151 sealed. One of them just had a poster collection. And I'm there with the vendor badge on, so I'm not trying to hide nothing. I'm not trying to play any games. And I just straight up asked the guy, how much is your poster collection? He said, I got on it for $80, but I'll sell it Sunday special, $75 cash. It's $25 a pack. I'm selling it past $29 a pack. Done. Say less, King. Gave him 75, and he's like, well, it does have a little ding in the side. I said, man, I don't care, I'm ripping it up and running. And as I'm walking away, I'm ripping it open, and I literally walk by the table with some cool ass shit in my head anyways, and I just don't even look at the wife, see anybody put these up. And she grabs the box from me, and she finishes opening it and puts them up. And I walked around. I did find another table with 151 loose packs like me, so there was 2 tables with 151 loose packs, 3 tables with sealed. But 4 tables together that only had 151. And he was selling this for $30 a pack, so I felt pretty good about mine. But the table right across from me and that guy have been talking. We're cool. One of my pet peeves is for vendors to go and lowball other vendors. So I was not going to lowball. He was asking $80. He had his price. First table didn't have his price, which is kind of another pet peeve of mine. But he had his price at $80, and I was like, hey man, I see you got 3 of them there. What's the chances of you letting me buy all 3 of them at $75 a piece? Which I don't feel like that's lowball. It's $5 off. And honestly, if he had said no, I would still bought them at $80 a piece. But you gotta try a little bit, but I ain't trying to 80-70% on fucking 151, right? And he was like, well, I like that Silver Tempest ETB you got. How about we trade market for market? So he ended up giving me 2 of the poster collections in $15, and I gave him the Silver Tempest ETB. And then I gave him another $80. Then I thought about it and I gave him another $80 for his last poster collection. Okay, so I bought those. Later on during the day, this guy came up and he was like, "You buying sealed?" I was like, "Depends on what you got, man." He's like, "I got 151 Zapdos collections. Now I already have them. I have a few of them, and I had one on the shelf at $120, which again is the lowest list on TCG Player." And I was like, "Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 90 cash for each, or 100 trade." And I feel like that's pretty fair deal. That was pretty fair offer. And it was like, "Yeah, okay." And I was like, "Well, how many do you got?" And he's like, "I got 13. I was like, "Oh man." I was like, "I'll be honest with you. I kind of need my cash because I got a set. I was already had a couple of Gem Mint 5 left, so I knew I was going to have to place another order of those. I knew I was going to have to buy more Japanese. I already knew I was going to have to buy more binders and stuff. Because this is like Sunday afternoon. Like, I could tell I was getting low and shit. And I was like, "Oh man, honestly, man, I need my cash. I would prefer you to trade, and you'll get more money for your items if you trade." And I was like, "How about that?" And then he was like, "Well, what if I give you, what if we trade some, cash out some?" And that's what we ended up doing. He ended up getting some stuff. He got my last Gem Mint 5 boxes. He got, then he got the Prismatic Evolution SPC. I can't remember if that was him or not, but I think that was him. And I know he got the big hit from, the big Charizard hit from Paldean Fates PSA 9. And then I gave him $470 cash on top. I mean, he probably got some other things. Can't remember everything, right? But, I mean, he was happy with it. I was happy with it. He went out to his car, brought in them 13 boxes. And so now I have a shit ton of 151. Which is good, because they're not going down. The market might go down, but I don't see 151 falling off a lot. It might go down a little bit, but we're kind of already in the summer slowdown. They're kind of stagnant. The price pack has not moved up in the last month or so. So, I mean, as long as it stays where it's at, I'm alright with that. No, sorry. Need something to drink. Let's see, what else? I think that was it. But like I said, it was our busiest weekend. We got one more show in a couple of weeks, July 11th, in Wilmington, North Carolina. Oh. And, then, so I'll be putting on eBay. Sorry for the have a brain fart there. So I'll be putting cars on eBay these next couple of weeks, building my cash back up. And then we go to Vegas. We're going to be in Vegas. So that's going to be fun. But, yeah, anyway, that's all I got. Just want to tell y'all how the show went. The show went great. We sold a lot. And, yeah, I'll see y'all next time.